Hello and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Mod Monday. Today we have Armenian Stadium, Miners' Homes and Eiffel Tower. Right, again, go and check out the workshop. This is something that just caught my eye. We have over 60 mods, almost 70 mods released in the last 7 days. They're amazing ones. We have a really beautiful community, guys. Go and check out all the mods that were released. Right, we have Abelian Hike and Republican Stadium modernized in-game version of Yerevan Republican Stadium Armenia. Added cover for the seats for 1,500 spectators. Decreased the model size. Presented in two versions as a cinema where people can watch football and sports playgrounds where people can play football. Accepts up to 300 visitors. More suitable for late Soviet era starting mid-60s. Starting from mid-60s. The stats are the same. Okay, so couple of things. First of all, this is one of the best and one of the best models that I saw recently, but also I'm gonna have criticism on it, fear not, so we're gonna cover all of that. First of all, details on the walls here, they're amazing. I can't notice that it has some elements of black stalinkas. That also made by Abelian Hike, which is really good because I love them. You can see the walls here, how they're like dirty and used. This is something that we're gonna come back to. We can cover it straight away. And yet again, these walls on the side of the stadium, they're pretty unicolored, which is not great. Similar things I can say about the roof and this green tarmac around the running tracks and the roof as well. So roof and this green thing is a little bit too clean. Just my 2 cents about here. I can't stress enough how beautiful these models look like. These walls and the pillars, and they're all made in 3D. They're all 3D models in there. And then we have these little clean areas like this green area around the racing track and the roof. And on the other side, we have a little bit lower detailed model of the track that goes around, and we have the football pitch itself. Football pitch, I'm fine with that, especially I like that in places it's not ideal, which most of the football pitches aren't, but a lot of stuff here, it's like absolutely fabulous. If this color was a little bit dirtier or a little bit more, I would say, realistic, it would be great. But other than that, absolutely everything is amazing. The details on the floodlights, everything. Now there's two different kinds of models we have here. We have a stadium and we have a gym, so it's up to you. Cinema and a gym, so it's up to you which ones you're gonna use. We can try to compare price to both, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna be surprised. So in our mod section all the way in the back where I have all the newest mods installed, we're gonna go and check out both of these stadiums. So we have 403,000 rubles for the stadium. I'm pretty sure that it's an indoor stadium. It has heating, so you can actually exercise here as well. Well, is it both of them? Yeah. I don't know if it should be indoors. Maybe it should, maybe it shouldn't, because technically they can have gyms indoors underneath the stands and stuff like that. But anyway, it's 400,000. So let's go and check how much we have to pay for the indoor, let's say, swimming pool. 17,000. I think it's more than realistic price. And again, we have the cinema, which is 10 times cheaper than this. So if you want to have something like this beautiful Yerevan National Stadium, it's absolutely beautiful. Link description video. Oh, one other thing as a criticism, when the stadium is being constructed, I'm gonna show you this real quickly. When the stadium is being constructed, there's no construction happening on it. This is more or less what you're gonna see in the stadium happening. It's not gonna be any construction. It's just gonna be flat ground like this, and when the construction comes to the end, the stadium is just gonna pop up. Just a little bit of, maybe something. If that can be changed, that would be great. If not, it's not a big deal. It's just, no visual effects of construction and stuff. Water road station pack by Akira 43. 4 water loading unloading road stations downsized from the game vanilla station while keeping the same building visual elements and relative building cost. The stations can be found in the mods cargo station tab. Tip: remember that you can mirror the buildings by pressing T to invert the way the pipe connection is facing. Matching sewage variants can be found here, and I would like to thank everybody on the Discord, yada yada yada, who everybody ran the skinny and of the rail gaming, of course the classic people. Disclaimer: parts of the in-game models and textures created by game developers were used within the mod, so adopting this mod for other games is a big no-no. Yeah, heads up on that, especially when 3 Division is a question, you know, the farm fiasco. Who doesn't know it? That doesn't matter. So anyway, so let's see what how does this compare to the how does it look? So we're gonna go and compare it to the current buildings that we have in game. So water loading, unloading station, as you can see here, they're quite similar. But they are adopted for a different means, for different purpose. I'm gonna just quickly show you this. So we have this one would be similar to this one would be similar to this one, and we have the smaller one that would be over here. So here we go. These are the 3 ones that we have. So these are the vanilla ones versus the modded ones. We're gonna go and check them all out. This is a little bit bigger. This one is the same, and this one is the same. So this one is a little bit bigger. What about the capacity? It doesn't say anything about the capacity. So they were built downsized from the game vanilla station while keeping the same building visual elements. So they're downsized. Okay. Right, so all in all, they are just a little bit smaller buildings. As you can see here, the size of the building that sticks outside and the size of the asphalt that goes in there. So for example, this is the same 3-bay station that you have over here. They are totally different, and here you can see that it's a little bit shorter. This building on the left, it has a little bit less asphalt, so you can fit it in nice and tighter places. Now, does this compare to vanilla buildings? Let's just see if we can go and check this one out. Right, so in the cargo stations we have all these extra medium, small, extra small, and again medium one. That would be medium here, and medium this one over here. So these 3 stations, and what is the price of them? We have 7,000, 6,300, 4,300, and this one over here is 6,600. So 6,600 and 6,900. While in vanilla we would be 7,300, 6,300, and 4,300. So more or less is the same price. So no, not cheaty, nothing. It's just a smaller footprint of the building. Oh, right, link description of video. Right, we have Karantuki and Town Hall 30s and 40s. Normal size Town Hall in 30s and 40s Soviet architecture. Maximum 25 workers. Okay, so this is nothing special. It's a square building. Fits 30s and 40s. This is actually the biggest benefit of it, and the details on it are of course amazing. They are really beautiful. Now there's a couple of other mods similar to this, made by Karantuki as well, which can fit perfectly if you want to build a town in similar fashion. But what did I find interesting about this building? It's that it's a plain building. It's nothing lavish about it. It doesn't have to be brutalist architecture. It's actually just a building that does it purpose. And also you have 25 workers, and look how big the building is. It definitely has more space for more than 25 workers, which is, you know, you have your storages, you have all this paperwork building. It definitely looks like a commercial building or government building, how it should look like. It's perfectly plain, perfectly realistic, and really beautiful model. Now if we go to our mod section and all the way in the back where we keep all our mods, we will find the City Hall here for 16,217 rubles. If we go to government buildings and try to build our City Hall here, it's a little bit more expensive, it's a little bit bigger, but in my book this is definitely more realistic, because it's more realistic. It's a little bit cheaper, but definitely realistic, and still I think it's quite not cheaty building at all, and definitely is a really beautiful one. But anyway, if you want to see more details about this, go in the link in the description of the video. We have Eiffel Tower by Fuller. The iconic Eiffel Tower is one of the most popular and most visited monuments in the world, with more than 7 million people visiting it every year. Attractive score 5. The price of the tower depends on the real weight of the materials. What? Okay, sure. Right, so let's go and check out the building. A couple of things I noticed about this building. It's kind of anticlimactic when it's being constructed. It's just like a side of the building going up, which is nothing spectacular, nothing bad, but I think it's too iconic building not to be covered here. Now, what can we say about it? It's a decent mod. I can say it's not too high in details. Wink, wink, maybe next time. It doesn't have 3D, the actual skeleton structure, like the real one. Wink, wink, maybe something for the future. And other than that, it's perfectly fine. I think even the height fits like the real one. But let's go and check out what the actual price of this is. 4 million rubles. Okay, you want to guess if all of this is steel? Well, let's check real quickly. It is 7,300 tons of steel, 500 tons of gravel, we have 2,300 tons of concrete, only 4,000 work days to finish, so mostly materials is gonna be the big one. But yeah, steel is expensive in these days. Quite realistic. Can you compare it to anything? Nothing costs this. Nothing is this expensive, so it's quite realistic if you want to build something like this. But anyway, for more details, link description video. Okay, let's move from beautiful to ugly and useful. Not really ugly, but useful. From beautiful to useful. Conveyor towers by Pasha Frollo 1990. Conveyor towers, a set of towers for bulk cargo, gravel, coal, and other ores. Different heights, different number of entrances and exit. Straight tower entrance 6, 9 and 12 meters. Tower with an entrance, exit, yada yada yada. There's buildings. There's a lot of them. I'm not gonna read all of this. I'm gonna leave that to you, but we're gonna cover these, all of these. So we have, as you can see here, 12-meter high tower. We have the 9-meter high tower, and we're gonna have a 6-meter high tower. We're gonna put all three of them next to each other. We have everything paid for. Unfortunately, no, we don't. So we're gonna real quickly go and purchase these three and cover them in height, how they look like. They're absolutely beautiful. So you have all the buildings that you want here, so different entrances. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you how many of each. Oh, sorry. The photo tells you what they are. You can see the red arrows here. This is a single one. This is one entrance, two exit. One entrance, two exit. This is one entrance, three exits, and so on and so on. You're gonna leave this to you guys as well to cover. So I'm just gonna go and see the visuals of this. Now, absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna give you one heads up. Don't angle them too much. They look absolutely fabulous, perfect, beautiful, realistic, all of this, but don't angle them. Why? Because this is gonna happen. Oh, sorry about that. So you're gonna have these kind of things. You're gonna have things going through the buildings. You have enough entrances and exit that you don't have to actually angle them. Just put them in the right angle, put them in the right angles, and it's gonna be perfectly fine. It's gonna look amazing, and with all the heights you have, you're gonna be able to go over almost anything. So that's just a little heads up. But what about the price of this? So if we go and check out the price, we're gonna go and switch to rubles. So we have 3.5, 4,000, 5,000. 5,000 would be the most expensive ones, and 3,500 is the ones on the cheaper side. So it's a decent price. But how does it compare to our existing conveyor belts? They are a little bit cheaper. I have to say they're a little bit cheaper. They do take a little bit less materials. They look like they're a little bit on the lower side, but unfortunately we need these kind of mods because the vanilla one doesn't give us, you know, the height transfer, so it's always have to be worried about the space and stuff, which is not really so realistic, but hey ho. So compared to those, they're pretty much let's say the same price. I don't think it's too cheaty if it's a little bit cheaper, where you get all the angles and the heights that you need. And compared to other mods, it's again in the same price range. So definitely something I will be using from now on in my Let's Plays. For more details, you can go and check out the link in the description of the video, which I urge you to do. Link description video. Next up, Old Miner Houses by Marius. Little residential block for 25 workers with a quality of flats 87%. Self-heating is available. Little story, roleplay, based on a real building constructed by a mining company in northern Spain. Northern Spain would be Asturias, right? Yeah, there's aluminium there, I remember. By mining company in the northern Spain as housing for their educated workers. They were built as a pack of 4 identical blocks in the first half of the 20th century. Made in Blender, textures are from real pictures of the building. Really, really beautiful. And this this is the reason why I put it in this Let's Play, in these Mod Mondays, because of this, because they are quite realistic, because it's something that actually exists, and especially because of the textures. I really love the textures of the roofs. The walls are so-so, I mean they're nice, especially the corners, but the roofs are really amazing, and the windows as well. So I think it's quite realistic, and I'm a sucker for realistic things, especially it's from the real life. Thank you for this, especially for the workers of the Spain where they were housed historically. Really beautiful thing. Can we even compare this to vanilla? Well, let's try. So we have 7,362 rubles, 7,000, let's say 7,500 rubles. Residential areas, do we have anything in the same ballpark? We have 4,000 here, kind of similar. Unfortunately smaller than this. We only have this one, 32 people. So nothing in this ballpark, and both of them are more expensive than both of them are less expensive than vanilla one, or more or less the same price, but with a higher capacity. So definitely not a cheaty building, and a beautiful one at that. If you want to learn more about this building, you're gonna have to go in the link in the description of the video. The last but not least building in this Mod Monday is St. Petri Dom Bremen by Equinox Nova. Yeah, somebody who speaks German, at least tells people on YouTube that's me. Can't pronounce properly the name of the cathedral. Yeah, there's a German description here, and our little polyglot Equinox Nova was kind enough to put a history of this cathedral in German. There's also English. Usually he puts it in the names, in the languages that this building is from, or represents, or area, region, whatever. I'm gonna go for the English one because first of all, my German reading kind of sucks, and it's going to be just embarrassment. I do understand, doesn't matter. English. Bremen's St. Petri Cathedral is an impressive building in Bremen's Market Square. A church has stood on this site for over 1,200 years. The first wooden cathedral was built in 789 by Saxon Bishop Wille. There's a whole history of this church. Now we're gonna go and inspect all the details about this, because it's a really beautiful, well, classic Equinox Nova. You can see all the details. You even have, is that 3D windows there? Is that 3D windows? I think they are 3D windows. Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at the glass work here. Huh? Look at this. You even have these smudges here, the what they call the green stuff growing because of the rain. Right, we have the copper roof top of the cathedral that oxidates into green color. This is the natural color of copper. And we have absolutely beautiful ornaments on the building. No gargoyles. I don't think actually these kind of cathedrals had gargoyles. But anyway, it would be nice if we had gargoyles. Anyway, right, absolutely beautiful. Classic. I didn't expect anything less than this from Equinox Nova. Can we compare it to Vanilla Church? Haha, no. But we can actually check the price of the church. It's 81,000 rubles, which is definitely not cheap. Let's check the materials. Looks like most of it is brick. And indeed, 152 tons of brick, 113 tons of concrete. Of course, you have to, you know, layer by layer, concrete and bricks. Really beautiful thing. For more details, you're gonna have to go in the description of the video to read the history of this church and everything around it. Link, description, video. Can I give you Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Região dos Lagos? I'm not really sure if I'm butchering it like this. I know the Portuguese might pronounce it this way. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I know a little bit, but not that much. Anyway, there's a description of the what this is, what area this is, and it's not really Rio. I mean, like, it is a region of Rio de Janeiro, but this is more so a little bit to the west with Cabo Frio and Areal do Cabo. I'm sorry if I'm butchering all these names, but it's a really beautiful part of Brazil, and one of my favorite countries in one of my favorite parts of the world, South America. And again, this is a South American map in a really warm climate, and if you want to play it realistically, you would play it without heating in this case, and this is one of those maps. Now, the map is not that challenging. It has a lot of man-made canals and some infrastructure in place, even the railroad. We're gonna cover that shortly. It is a little bit, you know, not perfectly flat terrain. It has a soul. It has artistic expression of the map maker in every aspect of the map, and a lot of these tall hillsides here. Let's stop here and let's talk about this map. Let's go and check out how everything looks like. Let's go and check out the map. We're gonna spread it all around. So it's the eastern part of Rio de Janeiro region. As you can see here, most of the map is kind of flat-ish. It has a really beautiful textures. Coal-wise, you have decent amount of almost all resources, so that's not going to be a problem. You're going to have your tourist paradise if you want to build it. You have a lot of the iron resources as well. That's not going to be a problem as well. Oil one is a tricky one. I don't know what this was supposed to be, but you have a lot of offshore oil if you want to use some of the mods and get it, or flatten the ground to get it, but I don't think it's going to be necessary because all the other resources are quite plentiful. And then we have the uranium. That's something that is a little bit on the challenging side, but not too much. And now we have bauxite, which is again quite plentiful. So this covers this part. Now this is let's call it ocean-based map because it has a lot of sea, so you can build a lot of ports. Again, I'm gonna criticize the map because this is kind of stony, and I will bet you that this is actually quite sandy in this part of the world, especially in this part of the region. So this in Brazil, so I don't think we should have stone here. Maybe it was going to be easier to build all the sandy beaches that you need, but you know, kind of sandy area here would fit a little bit better. I'm not even sure if this is possible, but you know, all of these areas would be like beautiful tourist locations. This is Cabo Frio that we were talking about, and the whole Bay Area, lagoon area over here. Like we said, we have Pero and Arraial de Cabo. Right, and São Cristóvão. Yeah, São Cristóvão. Anyway, this is the map. It's really beautiful map. It's quite realistic geographical location. It looks as it looks here. It's really beautiful, quite realistic. Now it has a lot of straight lines. It has a lot of man-built things here like railroads and all. That's a little bit too English for me, but the whole area and whole geography is absolutely stunning. The sandy beaches would be a little bit nicer if we had it, and the starting resources are quite plentiful, so I don't think you're gonna have any issues with that. There's no population on this map. Actually, I'm lying, there's 23, but that's because of the houses that we built for Mod Monday. Other than that, really beautiful map. My favorite map this Mod Monday. If you want to learn more about it, you have a link in the description of the video. Now I'm gonna say finally, I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this Mod Monday. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it. Comment section here, and if you want to support the channel, I have description of the video. Happy Monday, guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.